Hey guys, it's Wilbur back, and we got a replay for you up against Insanity. This one's kind of funny because I find myself on the receiving end of a player that's extremely aggressive. So I think if there's another player on the ladder that's high MMR besides me, it's Void Insanity that plays. Well, there's also the Team Man. Uh, I think Team Man, Void Insanity, and me are probably the only people that really play like monkeys. I think Void Insanity really pushes it to the limit though for aggressive play. So this is kind of a funny replay. So I kind of know I'm in for it here, and I am Giant Specialist, so I was hoping to do like a. I've been finding a lot of success with worms right now, so I was thinking about going worms, but opponent got steel balls right away. Worms probably aren't the best into that. He's Training Specialist. I grabbed Marksman to try to help kill the balls and the arc lights here, but there's just too much stuff over here. Even with the help of the rapid fire turret, it's not enough to stop the push. And I did place a Fang over here just in case there was going to be like a crawler trying to get my tower or something. So we are going to lose this first round. So ready, tempo going the way of Void Insanity, but that's what you hope for when you play aggro, is getting early tempo and knocking your opponent out in 5 or 7 rounds. In round 2, I get an ice card for helping to slow down the steel balls. I grab the sledgehammer, put it vertically in front of my rapid fire tower. Missed out on. So Void Insanity took the Phoenix and put it right in with the push over here. I wasn't too worried about the Phoenix because I had the Marksman, so if I ended up being able to clear all this, the Marksmen were going to be able to shoot the Phoenix down. So we do see me put a flanking crawler up here, 2 crawlers here and here, and then Void Insanity is already attacking the weak side turret with 2 sets of crawlers. So we'll kind of see how this plays out. So my crawler back there pulled all the chaff away, so I get to really beat down those balls. And if you can see, if this flank wasn't here and the tower didn't fall, I would have cleaned up all this before the crawlers arrived. But because of the nice weak side push, I end up losing this round as well. So in round 2 we get kind of a bunch of, I don't know, Improved Wasp is usually a pretty good card. I think I go for the laser sights here, but I'm not loving any of these cards in particular. I think I debated the Wasps for a while, but then I settled on, let's just grab a Vulcan, slap the laser sights on the Vulcan. They should be able to burn through level 1 balls, no problem. And then I can sort of sell out of these Fire Badgers over time. So now I'm just filling out this board to protect the weak side. I had a crawler down here in the bottom left, missile this side. Kind of run out of dough, so I don't have a whole lot left I can do this round, besides that big Vulcan play, since I am the Giant Specialist. So another crawler got added up here, try to push the tower. So we are able to defend the tower this time. So hopefully we can clear the remainder of the units here and take down these Phoenix before they get our Marksmen. There go the crawlers, there go the arc lights. So we are going to wrap this round up with the big Vulcan there. So I get another nice Vulcan card, the Amp Core. So I picked that, kind of snap picked that right away. I don't remember what Void goes for here. Also the Amp Core. So now the Vulcan's going to come down, this time to defend this weak side tower from all the crawlers that are starting to pile up. Slap that Amp Core on right away. Crawler gets a level over here. Missile turret comes down to block that missile again, because now we're adding Rhinos to the push. He saw the Vulcans, I think, and kind of anticipated that he might need some armor. So he grabs, I don't think he's gonna, maybe he doesn't pick it this round, but we do have a Wasp coming in on the bottom left flank to add to that Wasp that's behind the steel ball now. Steel balls are getting sold. Crawlers are getting some levels here and there. There's another level 2 crawler on the top. So even with the Amp Core on the Vulcan, it takes a while to burn through a Rhino here, and this improved Wasp on the left had no problem eating through that little Fang pack. So we're going to lose our tower here right at a bad moment when all these crawlers show up. So our poor Vulcan's going to get absolutely mauled. And fall to the crawlers. And then our Vulcan over here is going to get tickled to death by the wasps. I don't know if he's even going to get... Yeah, he did get the French fry a few crawlers before he went down, so saving me a little bit of HP there at the tail end. Round 5, we get more laser sights, a supply enhancement. I think this is kind of just another laser sights grab. This is a kind of a really tempo-heavy game, so going supply enhancement I think is way too greedy. I don't have any arc lights here, and the Elite Mustang is also a pretty greedy card. So both of us grabbing the laser sights again. I grab a couple of Mustangs this time, looking for an answer to the Wasps, getting the laser sight and anti-air onto this pack, and then adding a second pack here to deal with the Wasp pack that's coming in. The Vulcan did get a level, so now we have a nice chunky level 2 Vulcan here to kind of clear up everything. So Void Insanity, adding more Rhinos to the board here. We got 2 kind of coming in towards this Vulcan now. These Vulcans just are not going to cut it against these Rhinos, so I'm going to need to come up with an answer, and quickly, if we're going to survive the push. So I get a second Vulcan on this side because I'm worried about this push. I really want to get through the crawlers so that the Mustangs have a chance to kill the Wasps. But yeah, with the armor now, you can see that the Vulcans have absolutely no chance of getting through those Rhinos. So this time our level 2 Vulcan is going to be able to clear up the Wasps, turning towards the gigantic Rhinos. Between the Marksman and the Vulcan, I think we might take this first one down. With this level 2 Rhino, there's just no way. So still, Void Sanity kind of staying ahead of the tempo, and just kind of not doing a ton of damage to me yet, which is a little worrisome for him. So this round we get a Wasp Swarm and a Missile Strike. Both were kind of tempting to me, but I did see that Void Sanity had nothing defending this tower up here, so I go for a Wasp Swarm up there. A Missile does come down. So now thank God that I'm Giant Specialist, I can get into the melting point to help deal with these Rhinos. Wasp Swarm coming down on the left here too for Void Insanity. So we did grab one Melter here for that Rhino, and I'm looking for another spot for a Rhino, Melter, I believe. I did level these Marksmen on this side, so I'm not like super worried about Rhino on this side. Like, I think maybe these Marksmen can do the job over a long enough time. But we do get 2 chunky level 2 Rhinos with armor coming down on the right side, and another one is added to this flank. I did put another Melter over here because I thought maybe there was going to be a Rhino on this side eventually. And sure enough, there he is. But with all these, between the Wasp Swarm and that spawn, the Mustangs didn't have a chance. But I did get 4 surviving Wasps after the Missile Strike to take down that tower. So we are going to thankfully be able to take this round. But without those 4 Wasps, I would have lost for sure. This tower would have went down after the defending Melter died to the Wasps. And I think this would have been pushed in by those Rhinos then. So you see our Melter chewing through the last bit of the Wasps, and we're finally getting on the board up against Void Insanity. So this round we get kind of some interesting cards. I really had to think for a moment there. I thought, you know, maybe double shot Scorpions are a thing that might be useful for all these Rhinos. I could plunk them down in their path. But I ended up going for just the Void Ray, or Phantom Ray here, because, Void Ray, yeah, it's showing my StarCraft there, but the God, I'm gonna say it again. The Phantom Ray might have a chance on this tower over here, so I go for a cheesy flank. I sell the other Phantom Ray. Going for energy diffraction, yeah, I know, I'm the bad guy this game with the multi-melter coming in here. Void Insanity, taking the photon coating to give those Rhinos more time to break through. We're finally getting a level onto these Mustangs, so maybe that's enough to finally take down all those Wasps before they really get into our face. I do level the Crawler too to get a little more time, kill his Crawlers with my own. I didn't know what to do. I never really had enough money on my to buy like range enhancement for the Vulcan or Scorching Fire, so I ended up just grabbing Best Partner just to get some more like crap in the way, hoping that at least a few extra marksmen might be able to do something. But you can see like the multi-melter was not going to be enough this round. The Rhino was coming and was already on top of this melter, but that Phantom Ray flank proves to be like the lifesaver here, and we just nicked the tower enough just in time to save our board again. So this round we both get jab. I think it's fantastic for both of us. Like VoidInsanity is going to pop 2 giants right here. I go for killing this flank as fast as possible onto this Rhino, so this will one-tap the Rhino here. I could have picked just about any Rhino, I guess, but I mean, some of these are over the threshold of 70k, like the Rhino with the item here, and level 3 Rhino here is a little bit too strong. So VoidInsanity adding a Wasp back here to deal with the Phantom Ray that took the tower last round, and also adding EMP onto the Wasp to shut down the multi-melter, besides having the energy barrier that's kind of keeping them alive against the Mustangs. Void did add a Rhino down on the bottom right here last round. I choose just to missile it because I think the melter will lock eventually, so I don't have to worry too much about that. If there was a crawler that was going to get put down, the missile will take care of it. Grabbing a couple active things, I missile just about everything to try to slow down the Rhinos in the front line, and there was an anti-missile device put down. I even grab a oil to try to slow down some of this Rhino action. So a lot of the missiles hit and slow the Rhinos down enough. This big guy is slowed down by the oil, but then all of a sudden it gets burnt by the Vulcan, so he's coming in hot right to the tower here. But it looks like most of the melters found locks. We did end up losing our tower here, so we are going to end up, I think this melter goes down, yeah. But we do, somehow this level 2 Phantom Ray survived the shielded and EMP Wasps on that left side and still gets us a tower, which is just enough to edge out VoidInsanity with the 2 giants left on the map. So we really were close to getting completely blown out multiple times in this, but this little cheeky tower stuff saved my butt so many times. Man, like one little tower take and the push from the aggressive player completely collapses. So I think VoidInsanity played this really, really well. The only thing maybe that could have saved him a bit more is just like a single Fang down here. One Fang, or leveling this plus a Fang, so maybe $200 worth of investment would have been enough, I think, to stop this tower from falling maybe both times. Fangs take a long time to get killed by Phantom Rays, and the Wasps weren't enough without anti-air specialization to kill the Phantom Ray. But these are kind of the defenses I usually run into when I play this kind of style. Is multi-melter, Vulcan is pretty good, and but Rhinos do have a pretty good chance of breaking through. I think what I would have, usually how I play this style is I kind of go for more of a Rhino blender, where you have a bunch of Rhinos stacked on top of each other that just push into a single tower. And then if that tower gets too well defended, you just like beacon the cluster to the other side of the map and attack the other tower. So Void has a different style, kind of just spreading out the resources and attacking from all angles, hoping that something gets through. And I've lost to Void, multiple times. I think I've beaten him multiple times now with basically the same sort of setup. He's a big Rhino enjoyer, so yeah, just watch out for him. And try multi-melter if you bump into it. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
We have quite the selection for you here. 2 Mechabellum videos just for you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like this video. Watch out for flanks coming your way.